I sent my in-laws a photo of our newly renovated kitchen. I was so proud. My mother-in-law replied, "It's cute, like an HGTV starter episode." Then she sent a screenshot of her friend's kitchen and said, "If you ever want a referral for a real designer." I replied, "We like ours. She works with real people." I'm a 38-year-old woman from Naperville, Illinois. My husband, Mark, and I recently completed a kitchen renovation that we were incredibly proud of. However, my mother-in-law, Barbara, had other opinions. After years of saving, Mark and I finally renovated our outdated kitchen. We chose soft cream cabinets, a farmhouse sink, and hand-painted tiles from a local artisan. The butcher block countertops added warmth, and open shelves displayed my grandmother's vintage dishware. It wasn't extravagant, but it was ours. Excited, I sent a photo to our family group chat with the caption, "Our dream kitchen is finally a reality." Barbara replied, "It's cute, like an HGTV starter episode." She then sent a screenshot of her friend Linda's kitchen, a sprawling space with marble countertops and gold fixtures. She added, "If you ever want a referral for a real designer." I responded, "We like ours. She works with real people." Barbara's subtle jabs became more frequent. During family dinners, she'd comment on how open shelving collects dust, or how butcher block is so hard to maintain. She'd leave high-end kitchen design catalogs on our coffee table. One evening, she brought Linda over unannounced. Barbara exclaimed, "See, Linda? Just like I told you, quaint." Linda nodded, offering a tight-lipped smile. "It's very rustic." We offered to host Thanksgiving to showcase our new kitchen. I spent days preparing, but upon arrival, Barbara remarked, "Oh, you didn't get around to fixing the lighting? It's so dim in here." During dinner, she asked, "Did you use real butter? It tastes a bit off." I couldn't take it anymore. After dessert, I told Mark I need to set some boundaries. I began documenting every comment and instance of Barbara's undermining behavior. I compiled them into a journal, noting dates and contexts. Then, I started a blog, The Kitchen Chronicles. Under a pseudonym, I shared stories of navigating in-law dynamics and home renovations. The blog gained traction, resonating with many facing similar issues. Months later, during a family gathering, my sister-in-law pulled me aside. "Is this your blog?" she whispered, showing me The Kitchen Chronicles on her phone. I nodded, heart pounding. "It's brilliant," she said. "Barbara needs to read this." Eventually, Barbara stumbled upon the blog. She called me, voice trembling. "Is this about me?" I paused, then replied, "If the shoe fits." There was a long silence. Then, she said, "I didn't realize how my words affected you." "I'm sorry." Since that conversation, Barbara's demeanor changed. She became more supportive, even complimenting our kitchen during her next visit. The blog continued, evolving into a platform for others to share their stories. It became a community of individuals finding their voice and standing up for themselves. Our kitchen remains the heart of our home, a testament to resilience, love, and the power of speaking up. So, after the whole blog reveal and Barbara's "I'm sorry" moment, things were better for a while. She stopped making passive-aggressive comments at dinner. She even brought over a pie and said, "Your kitchen smells like a bakery." That felt huge coming from her. But I should have known. Barbara doesn't change. She just retreats until she can regroup. About a month later, Mark and I hosted a small get-together for his side of the family. It was a casual Sunday barbecue, nothing fancy. I was setting out the potato salad when Barbara walked in, scanned the kitchen, and said, "It's still holding up, huh? You must clean it a lot." I froze. Just smiled. Then I saw she had brought along a new guest, a woman named Cheryl. Apparently, Cheryl was her new designer friend. Of course, Cheryl walked in wearing this bright red pantsuit, holding her purse like it had never touched the ground. She walked right over to the kitchen and said, "Oh, this is so personalized. Looks like a Pinterest board came to life. I felt my jaw clench. I looked at Mark. He mouthed, sorry. That night, I got a message from Mark's cousin Jenna. Hey, I know it's not my place, but your MIL just posted a pic of Cheryl's kitchen and said, now this is how a proper kitchen should look. Under it, she wrote, no offense, some people just have better taste. She posted that publicly on Facebook. I checked. She had cropped out my kitchen completely. Just captioned Cheryl's as aspirational. I showed Mark. He sighed, rubbed his face, and said, I'll talk to her. I stopped him. No. I got this. I called Barbara the next morning. Kept my voice calm. Barbara, I saw your post. I just want to be direct. I don't think it's appropriate to keep comparing our home to others. We put love and work into this space. You don't have to like it, but you do need to respect it. There was silence on the other end. Then she laughed. Oh, sweetie. You millennials are so sensitive. It's just a kitchen. She hung up. I was done playing nice. Next time she came over, I turned on the voice memo app on my phone and left it running in the drawer. That day, she told Mark he should have picked someone with more classic taste and asked if I always go for cheap-looking finishes. I didn't even need to bait her. She just gave me what I needed. I saved the recording. Didn't share it. Yet. Around this time, I got a message from our kitchen designer, Aisha. She said, hey, weird question. Did someone named Barbara reach out to you pretending to be you? What? She forwarded me an email. It was from a burner Gmail account. The message asked for details about her license, her background, and included comments like, we're considering filing a complaint unless we see documentation of your qualifications. I was stunned. Barbara had tried to get my designer discredited. She used fake email to dig into Aisha's background, hoping to find something wrong with her work so she could prove our kitchen wasn't good enough. I wasn't going to let this go. I sent Aisha the voice recording. I told her about the email. Aisha said she'd had enough too. So we made a plan. Aisha helped me put together a detailed blog post, anonymized, but razor sharp. It described the harassment, the fake email, the attempt to sabotage a small business, and how some people weaponize status to tear others down. We didn't name Barbara, but everyone who knew the story, they knew. The post went viral. 2 days later, she sent a 4-paragraph text to the family group chat. It was one long, guilt-laced rant about how some people twist things, how everyone's out to ruin her, and how you can't say anything these days without being vilified. Mark called her and said, did you send that fake email to Aisha? She didn't answer. Just cried. Half the family sides with Barbara. They say we're being cruel. She's old school. She means well. You're overreacting. The other half? They've reached out privately to thank me. Turns out Barbara's been like this to others for years. Snide comments, subtle jabs, the works. One cousin said, thank you for finally putting her in her place. But it's not over yet. She hasn't apologized. She hasn't owned up. And I haven't decided what to do with the rest of what I know. After the blog post went viral, Barbara stopped talking to me directly. She even stopped coming to family events for about 2 weeks. Then, out of nowhere, she invited Mark and me to dinner at a new place she'd discovered. Said she wanted to clear the air. I was hesitant, but Mark convinced me to go. He said maybe she finally realized how toxic she was being. So we went. We showed up to this fancy farm-to-table restaurant outside Geneva, Illinois. It was almost too perfect, crisp tablecloths, overpriced water, a waiter who knew her by name. We sat down, ordered, and I braced myself. About 5 minutes in, Barbara slid a manila envelope across the table. She smiled and said, let's put the past behind us. I've come up with a solution. Mark opened it. Inside? A proposal. From Cheryl. Yes, the Pinterest comment woman. A redesigned plan for our kitchen, complete with renderings and swatches. Barbara calmly explained that she had already paid the deposit. I looked her dead in the eye and said, "We're not changing a damn thing." Mark pushed the envelope back. Barbara didn't say anything, just sat there, blinking. Then she stood up and walked out. Didn't touch her food. Just left. 3 days later, Cheryl emailed me directly. Apparently, Barbara had told her we requested a full redesign and that we were unhappy with our current kitchen. Cheryl said, "I just wanted to confirm the timeline for demo of our kitchen." I was livid. I told her we never asked for this and to immediately cancel everything. She replied, "I'm sorry. Your mother-in-law seemed very certain." That night, I posted another blog update. Again, no names. Just facts. About overstepping boundaries. About rewriting narratives. About control. It got shared. Again. A week later, I started getting weird messages on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Stuff like, "Hi, I saw your post about the butcher block counters. Still available. Is the farmhouse sink pickup only?" I was confused until someone sent me a link. Barbara had listed our entire kitchen for sale. Pictures from my Instagram, which I now made private. She labeled the post, "Rustic kitchen materials, lightly used. Remodeling due to quality issues. Must go." That was it. I called her. She didn't pick up. I left a voicemail. "If you don't take that ad down, I'm calling the police." The ad was gone within the hour. I felt shaken. My privacy was gone. My space, something I loved, was being sold online by someone who was supposed to be family. But I wasn't just angry. I was starting to think this wasn't just about taste. It was about control. I hadn't told my parents much. I didn't want to drag them into this. But somehow, Barbara called my dad. She told him that I'd been rude, ungrateful, and emotionally unstable. That I was cyberbullying her with my blog. My dad, who is usually quiet and non-confrontational, called me after and said, "I don't know what's going on, but this woman is out of line." Now my parents are furious. They came over the next day and brought a pie. My mom cried when she saw the kitchen, not because she was sad, but because she was proud. She's threatened because you built something beautiful, and she hates that she didn't control it. I got a DM 2 nights ago from someone I didn't know. A woman named Rachel. She said, "I dated your husband in college. Your mother-in-law used to email me pretending to be him, trying to convince me he was still into me." I stared at the message for 10 minutes. Rachel even attached screenshots from an old Yahoo address. They were from 12 years ago. Mark was shocked. He confirmed the timeline. Yes, he dated Rachel. Yes, his mom hated her. But he never reached out after they broke up. Barbara did. After that message from Rachel, the ex Mark's mom had stalked. I saw everything clearly. Barbara wasn't just controlling. She was obsessed. Not with kitchens. Not with design. With power. She needed to be the center. The one who made decisions. Who controlled the story. And if you stepped out of line, she'd tear you down in ways you didn't even see coming. When I showed Mark the emails from Rachel, he went quiet. Then he just said, "I should have done something a long time ago." We sat at the kitchen table, our kitchen, the one we loved, and talked for hours. About all the times she crossed the line. About how we let it slide. About how we tried to keep the peace. That night, we agreed. We were done playing nice. We invited Barbara over for dinner. Just her. When she arrived, I had everything ready. A printed-out copy of the Craigslist ad. A screenshot of the fake email she sent Aisha. Messages she sent to my dad. And copies of Rachel's screenshots. I laid them on the table. Didn't say a word. Barbara looked at them, looked at us, then said, "I don't know what you think this proves." Mark spoke first. "This proves you've been lying, manipulating, stalking, and trying to ruin the woman I love." Her face twitched. "I did all of this for you," she snapped. "She's changed you. She's made you cold." "No," Mark said. "You did that. You pushed too far." Then I said, "Barbara, you're no longer welcome in our home." She froze. You're choosing her over your own mother? No, he said. I'm choosing myself. For once. She stormed out, slammed the door so hard a cabinet rattled. We blocked her number, removed her from the group chat, told the family what happened, every messy detail. Some called us dramatic. Others finally admitted she'd done the same to them for years. She tried to post a Facebook apology, but it was laced with passive-aggressive jabs, blaming New Age sensitivity, and saying she was attacked by a woman with a blog. Didn't matter. The blog? It got picked up by a bigger platform. Suddenly, other small designers were reaching out, thanking me for standing up to client harassment. Aisha was interviewed for a local business spotlight. She's now booked 6 months out. I won't lie. I got messy too. I posted screenshots when maybe I shouldn't have. I wrote things in anger. I didn't set boundaries early enough. I tried to fix her instead of protecting myself. But I learned. Next time someone shows me who they are, I won't wait for the 10th red flag. I'll believe the first one. A week ago, we got a letter in the mail. Handwritten. No return address. Inside was a photo of Barbara in her kitchen. But this wasn't recent. It was our kitchen. From months ago. Before we renovated. Before the mess. She must have taken it when we weren't looking. On the back of the photo, she wrote, "Enjoy your little Pinterest dream. It'll never be real." Creepy. Childish. Final. We burned it in the fire pit that night. Then I made apple pie. In our dream kitchen. With real butter. And we ate it in peace.